Okay, this is Cliff Tom. Niman Hao, how's everybody doing? So this is for Mr. Eric Kong's benefit if you'd like to review our sessions. It's coming up on 3 o'clock in China, and it is 2 o'clock Indo-China time here in Vietnam, June 18th, 2022. Here's Mr. Kong. And yeah, so that's that. So we always make these for Eric's benefit. It's been a while since I've seen Eric. Hello, Eric. Hello.
Yeah, hello, it's nice to see you.
How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I am really busy these days, but very happy because it is near the summer holiday.
Yes, it looks like it's warm, right? In Yancheng, huh? It's hot.
Yeah, it's so hot, nearly 40 degrees.
That's good though. That's great. When is your, well, officially, when is your summer holiday? When does it begin?
So basically it will start from the 1st of July, but because we're a private school, so we have to keep learning for 2 weeks until maybe the 15th of July we can have or start our summer holiday.
Great. And how long is that? Is that for 2 months? Summer holiday?
Not 2 months, maybe 1.5 months.
1.5. Okay, so
Yeah.
about 30 some odd days. All right, my good friend. Well, good. You look healthy. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I think they have they're doing some more quarantining or virus measures in Shanghai, right? So that was where I was supposed to move. I was supposed to move to Shanghai, but I don't think it's a good time now to move to Shanghai. So but right now I'm in Vietnam. It's okay. It's very hot. It's always hot here in Vietnam. So, all right, Eric, let's see what you did for your writing. That's great that you keep up your writing. Yes, I think I already have it. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'm finally getting around to it. I've always been busy with life, with family, to where I've always wanted to write this book about my grandparents because I thought they were very wise, and I got to spend much time with my grandparents. Like yourself, I don't have any brothers or sisters, so I had my grandparents were very close to me, my good friends. So I think some of their sayings are pretty good, and I can explain it. They're colloquial, they're phrases, which is always difficult to learn them in different languages. So maybe it will help other people learn some English phrases, right, eventually. So we'll see. I'm hoping to finish it this year, at the end of the year. All right, Eric, hold on. Let me find your writing here. Okay, Eric 16th. All right. Wow. Yeah, you've been busy. Okay, I don't need to tell you, right? This will change. You just follow your professor's instructions, which you'll do. That's not a problem. Okay, in a one-page essay, this is it, right? Compare and contrast. That's right. So I wanted to compare and contrast Lewis Lowry's The Giver with the film. Did you enjoy doing this? Did you watch the film? Yeah. Good. What do you prefer? Do you prefer watching the movie first and then reading the book, or reading the book?
I just watched the movie first and then read a book, but I see there are some differences between them.
Yes, but do you think for your own edifice, right? That's a good or edification. I'll type that. That's a good word to write. Edifice. Yes, I'm spelling this right. For your own edifice, right, or edification, meaning for like how do you think you would learn the information or learn about the book, the characters, the theme, by watching the movie first or reading the book first and then the movie? Which order would you think you enjoy better, that helps you to learn?
So I think first it would be the movie and then I read the book, because I think you first know the main line of the story, what happened, and then you can enjoy more subtle things inside.
Excellent, very good. Yeah, I'm reversed. So I like to read the book first because I don't want to spoil it, right? I want my imagination to think of what the characters are, and then I'll watch the movie and be like, wow, oh, that's interesting, right? Because it will be
Yeah.
different than my interpretation, right? So that's interesting though. Whatever works for you, right? It's yeah. All right. So there are many similarities and differences. So right off the bat, Eric, just structurally, what do you think? How could you? What is maybe one issue that your professor or your English teacher would say about the introduction, the introductory paragraph? What is a structural possible issue?
Uh, so I think the sentences maybe not enough.
Yes, right, exactly, right. So you know this already, right? So generally 4 to 6 sentences. So it just looks like it's a little bit small. I would have another sentence in there if I was doing this, right? For an
Yeah.
academic essay. Okay. All right. So there are many similarities and differences between Lewis Lowery's book, The Giver, versus movie director Philip Noyce's version. Yes, I think we worked on that together. They express the same emotions. Oh, that's so cool, this feature that we didn't have this for Word before. Okay, so they express the same emotions and principles. Okay. However, they present details and characters' inner feelings. How did they want us to change this? Feelings, inner feelings. Yeah, why is Word telling us to just use feelings instead of inner feelings? Do you know the term for that in English?
Yeah, so I think it's contained inner is contained inside feeling.
Yes, you will hear this if you take English literature classes, which that was my major. So you would just say that phrase is redundant,
Yeah,
right?
redundant.
Yes, you're saying the same thing twice. It would be like saying, like, automatic ATM, right? When you get your money or
Yeah.
you get your money, you would be like saying a automatic teller money machine, right? Because that's the name of it, right? You're redundant. You're saying it too much. Okay, so that's all right. So we can just change that to feelings. Okay, they express the same emotions and principles. However, they present details and characters. That's good, right? So possessive characters, feelings differently. Hence, each has its unique advantages and disadvantages. Very good. How would you enlarge this? What do you think another sentence that you could add to this beginning paragraph that would be appropriate, that would be good? What do you think? Right, you remember how we do the color coding?
Yeah.
Right, so what do you think? I've got an idea. How do you think you could elaborate or elongate this introductory paragraph?
So I think the first sentence is uh like a whole structure, and the second one is the similarities, and the third sentence is about their differences, and the fourth one is their like if they the book and the movie write in this way, what are their advantages and disadvantages?
Yes, totally. I agree with your analysis. But what in particular, I would look at this, right? This one, and then obviously the 2 sentences or the 3 sentences
Yes.
here, right? So I would say I would elaborate. They accept, like, what? So what emotions and principles, right? And then you could even further elaborate and say they present details, right? So what details, right? And then the third sentence, hence each has its unique advantages, right? So what advantages, right? To be specific. You just need to name what advantages, just one word, right? And then you touch upon them in the body. So I agree with you on this is great, right? So this is good. So we'll make this red, right? I guess, or no. Hold on a second. I like doing it this way. So that's good. And then this is another topic or another subtopic, I should say. We could just make that green and then whatever, red or blue. Sorry, red. Like, yeah, come on, man. What the heck? Sorry, Eric. Yes, all right. So for instance, okay, so there are many similarities and differences between Lewis Lowry's book, The Giver, versus movie director Phillips' version. Okay, they express the same emotions and principles. Okay, you could just say, let me get back to the typing. Sentence, what? Come on, man. Done. No, I don't know. All right, you could just say, such as, right? Use the connector such as.
Yes.
So what do you think? So what did you write here, right? Hopefully it's structured to where, right, this then will be yellow. So before I even go ahead and read this paragraph, you tell me what you wrote about. So they express the same emotions and principles, such as what?
Well, we should love the world we are now living.
Okay, right, minimize that, right? Because you're going to explain it, right? Sure, you're going to elaborate on it down here. So you could say they express the same emotions and principles, such as, right, loving the world, and give what? And are you using one more, or you're just using this one, loving the world?
Yeah,
What's
loving
another?
the world.
Just loving the world? Yeah, all right, that's fine. So that's good, right? You're just making this paragraph a little bit bigger, and you're
Yeah.
enticing the reader. Oh, that's interesting. So I want to read more, right? So now how about the green? So again, this will be yellow. What? Come on, man. All right, so now the green, however, they present details and characters' feelings differently. How so?
Mm. Using in different ways.
Okay, well, that would be redundant, right? So you're already
Yeah.
saying using differently. So they present details and characters' feelings differently. We'll get back to that, right? Because then hopefully you elaborated in the second paragraph, right? That. Okay, so how about this one? So then hence, each has its unique advantages and disadvantages. So what are some of the advantages?
So the advantages and disadvantages, I haven't wrote a paragraph about them.
You did it. Okay. All right. Well, that's all right. So let's go. All right. So theoretically, even before I begin to read this, right, this should be yellow, right? So this should match this sentence. You should elaborate. You should talk further. You should write further about this second sentence, right? Okay. So you state in that introductory, they express the same emotions and principles, such as loving the world. Okay. So there are many similarities. Firstly, the people in the book and the movie are the same. The characters, see, you're kind of now mixing and matching, right? You want to stay on topic. And the reason you take literature classes, the reason you take Chinese literature classes, the reason you take any language literature classes is to be able to communicate strongly and to effectively talk about your position, right? Argue your position effectively, hopefully diplomatically, right? So you want to be concise and orderly, right? People think, oh, it's literature is not English literature, Chinese literature, any literature is not math. It's not structured. That is not true. That is false. It is very structured, right? If you're going to present, say you want a new computer, right, for your birthday, right? But you have a good one. You have right. You have a nice one, but so you're going to your parents to persuade them, right, why you need the computer. So now if you begin talking about, oh, well, my friend had one, it's just old, you're very illogical. You're not arguing. You're not trying to persuade them in a very structured way. What do you think your mother and father are going to tell you? right? No way. 不是, right? I'm not going to buy you a new computer unless you persuade them in a very structured and orderly way, right? So this is why, I'm just trying to help you to structure the English writing as best as possible. Okay, so they express the same emotions and principles such as loving the world. So what do you think then, Eric, would be a good first sentence that's related to this that you could
Mm. So I think it's maybe just the second sentence. The film and the book express the same sentiment.
same sentiment. So, okay, that's good. Okay, now you want to talk about, right? I would think in the second sentence here, how, like, what is the theme of loving the world? So you need to, right? Again, you're always writing, pretending that your audience, the reader, has no idea about what it is, right? It's something totally new. So you're trying to describe it as best as possible for them. You're trying to entertain them, right? But you're also trying to inform them, right, about what the giver of the book is within the subject matter of the film as well. So now what would be a good sentence incorporating loving the world as a second sentence?
Mm.
You could be specific. You could say, in the novel, such and such a character's really care about the world. They do so, right? Give examples, give specific examples, right? I'm sorry, I didn't read the book, right? But what are some examples of in the book, in the novel? What are some examples of them loving the world?
So I think it's not that they love the world, it's that they uh, wanted to live in the astral utopian world, and they didn't want to live in the real human world. But finally, they realized they have to love the world they are now living.
Okay, so that's good. Okay, so we can still maintain this, but that was fabulous what you just said, right? And again, if you have a hard time connecting what's in your head with writing, right? Actually putting your fingers to the paper, right? This is a great tool, right, Eric, where you can just talk into it nowadays, right? And
Yeah,
then you go through it and then you refine it, right? Or you can just talk into your recorder and then play it back and just dictate, right? Take it down. So you could say, all right, is it the same as is the book? Is the book in the theme of the utopian world, but then ultimately loving, being accepting of the world we live in. Is that a theme in both the book and the movie?
yes.
Okay, so I would say the book expressed the same sentiment, right? Exactly.
Mm.
You could say in both, right? The characters, right? Exactly what you told me. Do you remember what you just said to me? The characters desire, maybe is a good word,
Yeah,
desire to live in a utopian society.
yeah,
You could either do period or comma, what have you. However, ultimately, they realize, I guess, you can correct me, right? Again, I
yeah.
didn't read the book. Ultimately, comma again, realize I'm beginning to type more and more British. I don't know why, because I think I study more, I've been reading more British, right? But in American, it's Z, right? So I happen to have the American version of Word. So, however, ultimately, they realize that one should be comfortable or accepting, should be accepting,
Yeah.
right, of our actual or our, another word, right? I'm just throwing out words here. Be accepting of our actual world, right? What are other words so you can show off your vocabulary knowledge? What are some other words besides world? You can say
Uh,
Earth, right? Earth.
yeah.
What's a couple more maybe? I like planet. Right. So the book and film express the same sentiment. Okay, in both comma, the characters desire to live in a utopian, no, a utopian society. However, ultimately they realize that one should be accepting of our actual planet. They realize that one should accept, right? Again, this is a preposition. I'm trying not to end it, but I think maybe that's the only way we can. Okay, and then let's see what else we are reading here. There are many similarities. Let's get rid of that. Okay, see if we can fit in some of your other thoughts here. Firstly, people are the same. That right?
Yeah, I see. We don't need that.
Yeah, in literature, that would be your teacher would say that is just too vague, right? Too vague of a statement. So if you heard that, right, he or she, your literature teacher would want you to be more specific, right? Okay, the characters in both hold close personality. Again, this is very vague, right? And you already have your opening for the paragraph, right? Now you want to get into the meat. You want to be more descriptive, okay? And secondly, the film and the book express the same sentiment. We repeated that, so we can get rid of this one. Okay, they both think we should not hate our world and imagine an ethereal. Yes, that's good, right, Eric? So you can say, okay, so the book and the film express the same sentiment. In both, the characters desire to live in a utopian, sometimes, right, A-E-I-O-U, but that's an exception,
Yeah.
a utopian society. However, ultimately, they realize that one should be accepting of our actual planet. Yeah, that's okay. They both think. I'm getting too literal, but do books and movies, do they think? Do inanimate? No, right? They both,
No.
I would say in both, well, again, you say in both up
Yeah.
here. I would say the characters, just the characters all think, right? Because that summarizes both the book and the movie, right? So the characters all think that, just a little grammar, that we should not hate our world. So not hate, okay, is it in a but imagine an ethereal utopian one? Okay, but okay, and we've already used utopian up here. Ethereal is a great word. That's an excellent word. I'm happy. That's great that you know it and you used it. Great. But I would get rid of, it's almost the same, right? So it's a little bit repetitive is another one, redundant or repetitive. So ethereal one. Okay, so that's good. So thirdly, however, ultimately they realize accepting our actual plan. Okay, secondly, right? So that's the second one. So secondly, the characters all think that we should not hate our world, but imagine an ethereal. Okay, and then now thirdly, they both have both have an open ending. Okay, what do you mean by open ending?
So it didn't tell us the end or the destinies of the characters. It let us think of what would they be in the future.
Okay. Okay. They both have an open ending. I'm gonna just put I want you to, this will be your homework again, is just to keep revising this. It's good, but all right, so I'm gonna just do elaborate on this topic with an arrow going that way, if I can. Right, I want you to elaborate on this, right? So I'll make that red. Okay. And then we'll just work on this one now. Wait, come on, man. All right, red, come on. Yes, okay. So now in the book, Jonas finally entered the real world and experienced happiness. That's good. It's not ongoing, so I would just do in the movie. In the movie, comma, yes, he climbed up a magnificent hill and saw. right? You can just shorten that. And saw houses filled with warmth, right? Again, with the preposition with, where could you put warm or the derivation of warm in this sentence to make it sound better, Eric?
Mm.
So in the movie, he climbed up a magnificent hill and saw, right, just warm houses,
Yeah.
right? Filled with warm houses. It's one and the same, I would think, right? Okay, they let us imagine the characters' destinies afterwards. I would say maybe they both allow us to imagine the characters' destinies. Yeah, that's a little vague. It's all right, though. Okay, so this, I would think this, right, we'll make this yellow, is similar to this. That's the whole point, right? So the second sentence of the first paragraph is you're describing more fully. Okay, so now the third, the green, right? You want that to be this.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'm just telling you, this is what I'd like you to do for our next session, right? Okay. And then yeah, for this, it's okay because it's only one page, right? So you're working in the constraints of one page. Now, again, right, I think I told you last time, if your teacher doesn't say, if it's double spaced or single spaced and you're writing more, right, you've got more to say, then you structure it this way, right? So then you just go, hold on, let me drop this. Layout. Hold on, design. No, review, come on. So many options now. Now, again, Eric. Hold on, what do I want to do? I want to do layout. Design, no. Paragraph, maybe? Paragraph spanking? Right, no, none. So why is that? How did that? Oh, well, no paragraph space. Why did it not do that, Eric? Anyway, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Where, right? So this will be no spacing in between if you have more to say, right? If he says, or he or she, your teacher says, I want a double space, then you must do a double space, right? And I've had a lot of teachers that if you don't do it, that they'll deduct points, right? You haven't followed instructions, right? Okay, so in theory then, so then the green, so however they present details and characters' feelings differently will be this one. Okay, so I want you to tailor it down. This is almost too much, right? You want your paragraphs 4 to 6 sentences, right? So this is almost too large. So maybe you should trim that, make that smaller. And then at the end, you can just do the conclusion and summarize, right? Everything. So paragraph, come on, Matt. No paragraph spacing. I don't know what the heck's going on. Anyway, all right, Eric. But you get the idea. All right, so that will be for next session. Hopefully this doesn't bore you. Again, it's just repetition in writing. The more you write, the better you get at it, theoretically, right? There's good writers, bad writers, we understand, but it's like anything else. The more you practice it, it's a skill, the better you get at it. Okay, so let me send that back to you, Eric, with a brief instruction. Yes. Okay. Eric, hopefully not boring for you, but please revise and re-edit this essay, this one essay for our next session. All right, my friend, I thought we would try something different, right? So where you're going to be the teacher now, okay? And then we'll do some IELTS questioning, right? Question and answer, okay. All right, Eric, so here we go. Theoretically, we should switch it. You should send the
Yeah.
Zoom code to me, right? Because then you have all the teaching mechanisms here, but that's all right. For now, it's okay. All right, so let me pull up, which one did I send you? Here's my folder for all my writing. Okay, hold on, which one? What was it, Eric? If you can't, don't knock it until you try it. No, which one did I send you? I sent, which one did I send you, Eric?
Uh,
I'll believe it when I see it.
Good when I see it.
Yeah, so hold on. Okay, I'll believe it. Where is this thing? Oh, sorry. I'm getting blind too as I get older here. It's not fun, Eric. I'll believe it. I don't want to copy it and then lose it, right? Correct it and then lose it. Why is it that I can't find? Oh, I know how to do it. Hold on. By date last open. Come on, man. Oh no, I already have it out, Eric. I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. I already have it out. All right, here we go. All right, Eric, go ahead, man. You're the teacher. So what do you think?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I first read it, the as noon, I just thought it's kind of great, but some places I can hardly like understand because some words I don't really understand the meaning. I think it
Good.
is like some Buddhism things.
Okay. Well, that's great. Thank you, right? Because that's what I'm trying to say. Right? As writers, we want to make sure that our reader understands. So was there anything in the first paragraph, right? You can always refer. And in a literature class, they'll say, all right, class, on page 23 of your book, first paragraph, right? Second sentence, right? They'll say this. So what in particular did you find confusing? And you'll help me, and then maybe I can elaborate or describe it better. Right, I try to make each one only one page doubled or single space for my book, right? So this is new, I didn't see that. So what paragraph did you have and what sentence was confusing?
Yeah, so it's that about the Eastern kind of thinking. It's that club.
Okay, so second paragraph, this one?
Yeah.
Okay, which one was that's funny, we both used ephemeral today. That's interesting. Before, all right, that's good. Okay, which sentence or sentences were confusing?
Yeah, so it's here. Not so keen on this messaging, and as I doubt the Buddha would be either.
Okay, let me see where, okay. I'm not so keen on this message. Okay. My theory when I'm typing this was just continuing from this, right? So this opposed to many Western aphorisms or sayings that can be mentally deconstructive or blatantly objective and critical. So they sometimes try to either reform. Okay, so I guess I can continue that. That's good, Eric, right? I could say they sometimes try to either reform, I could keep that. Sometimes try to either reform the recipient hearing it or conform them. I can ultimately use, right, the therefore,
Yeah.
right, to make sure that I'm using these, but therefore, I am not so keen on this negative, I guess, but I've used that word before. So I'm trying to use different words again, right? But therefore, I'm not keen. I'm not going to say so keen. That's too wordy. Therefore, I'm not keen on this type of or this kind of negative messaging. Maybe you see again, like it will take me forever to publish this, to put this on the internet, to make it a book, because I keep rereading it, right, and try to make it better. Eventually, I will. But that's right. That's the whole point, is just to keep reviewing it and reviewing it, take a rest for a day or two, come back and review it. So therefore, I'm not keen on this kind of negative messaging, period. Right? Because that's too long of a sentence. I doubt the Buddha would be either. I think that's okay, maybe. But that was great, Eric. See, that was good. Right? It's always good to think how your teachers think, right? That's the whole point. And maybe one day, like your father, you'll be a professor, right? You never know. If the whole application, if you don't get into computer gaming, right? Maybe you'll become a professor. Or you could become a professor of computer gaming, right? You don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. All right, Eric. So wait, was there anything else that you found that I could change that would help the reader? Was there one or two more things?
So I really haven't.
Uh-oh, see, I'm already over, so I've got it. I'm gonna go back eventually, and I'm gonna try. I want to keep them all within a one-page format. But was there anything else? Was there any grammar? Did you notice any grammar mistakes? I like this one. This is interesting. I didn't see that before. So as we know, we can choose our friends, but not our family, and that is a difficult pill to swallow. Meaning, right? It's difficult. I maybe, you know, that's another aphorism. Maybe I could explain that. But in that only children like me. Okay, that's good. This is bizarre. I don't know why they do that, because to my son, they are his great grandparents.
Yes.
Oh no, maybe they are. No. Oh wow, that was stupid of me. They are his great grandparents. Yes. 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 Okay. So that's all right. All right. Was there one more thing Cliff, you're the best writer of all time. No, I'm just joking. Was there one more thing, Eric, that you noticed, or grammar, structure?
Yeah, so structure I think is really good. The structure is very good, but sometimes in grammar I can't really understand because I haven't learned so deeply in grammar.
Okay. No, that's good. That's great though. Yeah, but again, it's always good for the student to be the teacher once in a while. It's also helpful, right? To maybe teach your parents. Like maybe if your mom or your dad are writing something in English, or writing a letter in English or something, right? Then you can help them, because it always helps to teach. It helps to affirm or confirm the knowledge by teaching it, right? You become better. Okay, excellent, Aaron. All right, let's do some IELTS. And my friend, you get to pick the topic here. Hold on a second. All right, we've got 2 more minutes, so that's perfect timing again. And my good old trusted website that I love using for my IELTS students. All right, let's do, what do you want to do? Do you want to do, yeah, we'll do another preparation one, right? So we'll do number 3. So if you can see my screen, I'm going to give you a discussion with the examiner for 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, so which one? We have art, clothes, education, family, food, health, the internet, media, news, nature, society, travel, or work. Which one do you find interesting?
Media.
Media and the news. All right, my friend.
Yeah.
So let me snippet this real quick. I'm going to send it to you. And then what do you want? We want about 2 minutes to think about it.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so I'll give you 2 minutes. I'm going to take a break, go to the washroom if you want. And then we'll come right back and I'll ask you those questions. All right, hold on, my friend. Screenshot. All right, brother. Yeah, let's just come back. How about we'll come back at 3:40. I'll give you 3 minutes, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay, bye-bye.